is another live stream. Um, literally the last one you will see of me in this house. Because soon enough, I am going to New York State, and there's a lot of things to say about that, but I will wait. I will wait until people start joining the chat. I don't know how many people are going to join the chat because um, the the hour is kind of weird. Like it's like lunchtime in America, in most places in America, and in Europe it's like night. So I'm hoping. Hello, Necro Veronica. Um, hello, Lawless Cherry. We've got Canadians and Americans in the chat. I thought a bunch of Europeans would just start flooding in. Um, but yeah, yeah. This is like the last time you're gonna see me here. I said before I went to Wyoming that it would be the last time that you would see me here. Yeah, it's lunchtime. It's weird. Nobody who watches a live stream at lunchtime. Um, no, I said like before I went to Wyoming, oh, this is the last time you'll see me in this room. And then I tried to kill myself and I went into psychosis. So I ended up going to Wisconsin and I went into psychosis again, and then I ended up coming back here, and then a bunch of crazy shit with my mom and my dad was happening over my sister, and general like dangerous things were happening at my house, and so I was like, I'm going to go up to Vermont and do drug detox, and I did detox, and I was homeless. And then I went into psychosis again. um, and then I ended up coming back here. But one of the major problems that was happening here had not been solved yet. Uh, that being carbon monoxide, is that there is carbon monoxide gas invisibly floating all over this house. Um, and my mom and my sister have both had to go on oxygen because of it. Um, it's weird that I haven't had to go on oxygen yet, but both of them are immunocompromised, so they have like immune system problems, and that makes them more susceptible to it than like me and my dad. But both me and my dad smoke, so it's like, you would think that something would have happened by now, but nothing has happened to me yet. That being said, there's probably some irreversible brain damage associated with the carbon monoxide in the air. I've been trying not to be in the house as much as humanly possible ever since I was made aware of this, but it's not good. It's not a good thing to be around. So, that in addition to like all of the crazy shit that has always been happening here, that keeps happening here, I'm going off. I'm going off to go wherever. I mean, I just said where I was going, but I'm going off wherever, and that's gonna be like Monday. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, brain damage house. Yeah. Um, so I'm doing a live stream here. I removed my bed frame. That's why the background looks like this. My bed frame is literally gone. Um, wish it could have been gone under better circumstances, like in a better place. Like this room is tricked out. Like not the walls aren't completely filled with posters, but most of the walls have like posters or something on them. My bed frame is gone. I got this bomb ass TV. You know, if the circumstances weren't so heinous, nobody would leave this room. I have the best room on earth. Nobody would leave here. No one would leave. I would not leave if the circumstances weren't so heinous. Um, so here I am. Uh, I'm dying slowly. I'm slowly dying here. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. Um, I need a swagged out room. Give it enough time and you'll have one. No, most of this stuff I didn't get overnight. I got most of this stuff over several years, and then the room just started building up and accumulating over time. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck to leave all this behind, but it's like, what choice do I have? There's literally no choice in a situation like this. The first part is getting a room in the first place. Yeah, it's baby steps. I mean, there was a long time I didn't have a room. I used to sleep in a living room at one point. Um, I've slept in a lot of living rooms actually. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've slept in a lot of living rooms. Um, and it's kind of sucked. Like, I've been sleeping in the living room for the past 2 years. Yeah. Yeah, I was literally your same age when I had to sleep in a living room. Fucking sucks, man. No, I remember, like, I lived in that living room for a while, and then I moved to Oklahoma, but I moved to Oklahoma during the summertime in this, like, white trash trailer that had no air conditioning. So the air conditioners were on the windows in this trailer. It's like old style, right? And they weren't working. So I was in the middle of the desert in the scorching heat with no working AC. It was like that place should have been against the law or something. And then there were bugs everywhere as well. There were just fucking bugs everywhere. God damn it. Um, yeah, no, that was bad. But I wasn't in a living room anymore. That was something. Meth trailer? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Like there was no doubt a lot of meth in that trailer park. Like you could just tell by the kind of people that were there. But I wouldn't doubt if the previous occupants were probably meth heads. I don't know. Like I I feel like that's probably how it was. Like, yo, it's your boy. Yo, trapped in my psyche. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, like I I'm trying to think what other weird places I've lived in besides like living rooms and a tent. I'm gonna live in a living room again though. Like when I move into my friend's crib, I'm gonna be sleeping on their couch. I mean, it's not a huge deal to me because I spend most of my time outside anyway, and also it's literally better than being murdered by carbon monoxide. So it's like, what are the choices here? You know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm not gonna sit here and complain when like I'm literally about to die in this place. It's good to know you're not homeless anymore and have some form of housing. Well, I'm about to be semi-homeless in the sense that uh, I'm moving into someone else's house again, but just for long enough for me to become a wagey again. And when I become a wagey, also hello Sapphire Tito. Um, Osaka truly wished he was sleeping in Sherry's crib. Haha, very funny. Um, and when I become a wagey, uh, I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna rent my own apartment for the first time. Which is nuts. It's nuts. Crazy. Crazy. I became a wagey recently. I thought you were already a wagey when your channel first started, right? Trying to escape my dysfunctional family. Don't I know how that is? But you're still in a house, so it's not necessarily homeless, even if it's someone else's house. That's true. Well, I wish all the luck in the world to you, Sapphire. It's not easy. I've been trying to escape this place for like the last 4 years. I ran away from home as a minor, they took me back, and then I've just been couch surfing like some kind of drifter ever since then. And then I inevitably get back here. But I feel optimistic about this time, not just because of like stuff with meds, but also because I have significantly improved every time I've gone out on my own. When I started my channel, I was just in school, not quite working yet. I got kicked out a couple times by my mom. I know how it feels. Yeah, I've gotten kicked out too. When you forget about the Osaka sleeping on your couch. Yeah, it's like I get kicked out, and then I get taken back in. It's like, which one, you know? It's like I don't want to be around all that. Wish I had the money to make a neat compound TBH. That would be based. Just relegate it to trusted individuals because I feel like you're particularly vulnerable given some of the riffraff in this community, some of the ne'er dwellers in this community. Stay safe out there. But anyhow, um, yeah, I just want to get away from all this. This is nuts. This is nuts. I don't want to be around tweakers, dope fiends, pushers, prostitutes, none of that anymore. Get me away from it. I don't want to be around CO2 emissions. I don't want to be around. Well, that's a racial epithet. I'm not going to say that. Dude, inflation CPI was even worse last month. Someone really tried to debate me saying we won't experience anything like 2008 or the 1930s. How delusional are these people? What particular kind of waging would you like to do? Do you have a GED? I don't have my GED yet, but I can easily get it. I don't know why I procrastinated so long. I'm gonna have to get it. Like, there's not really another option here. I'm gonna have to get it. But, the last job that I worked was as a housekeeper. I do not want to do housekeeping again. I will do it if I have to, but I don't want to. Um, I'll probably work at like a coffee place or like a I don't know, like a gas station or a grocery store or something. There's plenty of jobs up there in upstate New York. I just need to like actually show initiative, which I have no choice. Like I have literally no choice. I have to show initiative. So, it is what it is, right? Nursing homes are desperate for dietary aids. I used to be one. They pay all right. You just put food on trays and give them to old people. Yeah, that was actually a job I had gotten an interview for when I was in Wisconsin, but then I had my psychotic break, and so I couldn't attend my interview because I was going psychotic. But now that I'm stabilized, like I wouldn't be surprised that there in New York they would need something like that. That and the wages are much better up there anyway, so um I think the state's minimum wage is about to be bumped up to like 15 an hour. It's like 14.25 right now, but a lot of the jobs they have posted, they pay more than $15. So I think I'm gonna be all right. I just, you know, I just need to show initiative. If you actually show up to the place that is you're in New York, I'm in Connecticut, tri-state twinsies. I'm not in New York right now. I'm going there Monday, but yeah, if you're in Connecticut, um, and I'm in New York, I don't know, maybe we could hang out and do like a collab or something. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if you're all about the face reveal stuff, but who knows. Um, but yeah, no, that's where I'm going. I'm in. Collab hype, nice. Um, I'm in Kentucky right now. This is the place that I ran from. It looks a little different right now because, this room is always looking different, but um, yeah, it, I'm fleeing carbon monoxide and various forms of abuse, so what can you do? You know, like, I feel like I feel like this has gotten a bit silly at this point. Like, I've left multiple times, and each time I've improved and gotten better, but each time has also led to me, like, coming back here. It wasn't supposed to be like that. My mom had a place that she was renting that she promised me, oh, it's different this time. I'm not gonna get kicked out. I'm not gonna get scammed. Just come back. Just come back. Like, you don't need to live in that tent. You don't need to be homeless. Just come here. Just come here. I've got a place for you. And then what happens? It turned out she did a verbal agreement with her landlord, and no one could verify that it was actually there. He begins to claim that she was actually staying at a hotel, not a place she was renting from him. He rents it to someone else for about three times the cost, brings them into her home without her consent, and shows the place off and attempts to rent it to him right there as she's coming home with all of her stuff in the place. She's like, what the fuck? I live here. And so she gets in this protracted legal battle with this guy that ultimately culminates in the landlord winning the case. My mom gets another eviction on her record, and I can't live there anymore, obviously, because she's kicked out. So where do I end up? Right back here. Right back here. This place I was trying to get away from all this time. I'm right back here. So it's like, it's just nuts. It's just a roller coaster of unreliable people, I swear. Now, my friend, there in Wyoming, he was fairly reliable, but he was also sick of me being there. I wasn't going to have time to get another job, and the job that I had was like slowly killing me. Like I was going to get ran over if I had to keep walking that way to that job every day. I almost got ran over so many times walking on that fucking interstate. I have no idea how I survived doing that almost every day. And it wasn't paying enough. It was way too stressful. I couldn't afford to rent any of the places there. It it was like I was gonna have to be working two jobs that I like in a place that was completely unwalkable, um, that were like physically like tarnishing my health. And so like he didn't want me to live there with him and just like co-lease or whatever. So like I was just fucked. Like I had to go somewhere else where the money was and that was like more doable for me. So I thought, oh, Milwaukee. There was plenty of affordable places with better paying jobs there. So I thought, great, that's what I'll do. I'll live in the inner city there. And I end up going psychotic again, which is really not a surprise given the fact that I tried to kill myself before at that old job, and I was all on my own. I was completely by myself. So it wasn't exactly a surprise, but like it then all this other stuff happens afterwards. It was just nuts. I tried to kill myself again because I thought, okay, well, I'm just stuck in this shitty Kentucky house forever. Like there's nothing for me. This is the only, this is just gonna be where I'm stuck forever. And so out of hopelessness, I was like, well, why don't I just give it a shot? So I take all of these benzos that I'm drinking, and I think that's going to be what does it. But instead, I end up just being like, BRB, gotta run an errand. Yeah, you go do that. Um, so I end up just like stuck, like catatonic on the floor, unable to move, fading in and out of consciousness. I wake up with the worst hangover ever after, having my. I thought my breathing was like almost totally suppressed. Like I was having a lot of trouble breathing. I end up just passing out and I wake up with the worst hangover of all time. I didn't die. I injured myself a lot. I was stumbling around. I could barely move. I I was stumbling all over the fucking place. Didn't die. I just hurt my back really, really badly. Now, thankfully, most of that back pain is gone now, but fuck, like for a while there, I had consistent back pain, you know? Like, so, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. This whole situation is just nuts. But I think I think after all the times I've ran away and all the times it progressively got better, given the fact that there's so much precedent for me to do better this time and the improvements that I've made, I do feel optimistic about this time. So I have that going for me. I don't know, man. How's everyone doing today? Um, I make it sound like I'm really stressed out about this, but this is actually the calmest I've ever been about about a move like this. Like, if it weren't for me being like high out of my mind, strung out of my mind, I do not think I would have been able to make it to Wyoming because in the several days it led up to me planning to go there, and like finalizing the plans with Karesu, telling my parents, and actually getting there, like I was taking whatever drugs it would take to not be anxious and to just fucking leave, you know? Like that's what I had to do in order to not be so crippled by anxiety that I just didn't go. Now ultimately I did go, but there was a stark difference from when I went to Vermont, um, and also when I went to Wisconsin. I didn't need to do that in order to go to either of those places. Now, I was crippled by anxiety in Wisconsin, but not so much in Vermont, even though I was homeless. Like I was homeless and I wasn't so terrified that I just couldn't handle it. I was managing well enough. This time, I've been sober for a bit now, and I don't feel terrified. I just feel like I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. And I think that is, there's that old Dave Chappelle bit where it's like, um, why would you congratulate someone for staying out of jail when you're supposed to stay out of jail? But some people have a really hard time staying out of jail. And I'm gonna pat myself on the back here a little bit for being able to like be calm with all this happening and being able to do it sober. I can do it sober now. And I feel like that's like real progress. I don't know about you. Fine, just bored. Can't really do anything I was planning to do, so now I'm just here. Well, if you're talking about what you were planning to do, as in suicide, I'm glad that you're not enacting that plan, if that's what you're talking about. Hopefully, you're talking about something more benign that you planned, but I'm here for you either way. This is my last. This is my last cigarette now. I have to fucking go to the store later today. I don't. People always being in the way. Well, be glad that they're in the way. You may not be glad now, but you will be in the future. You know, I know I was, but I don't know. I'm just one guy. I don't know. I smoke like a pack of cigarettes a day. I'm not going to be allowed to smoke when I'm at my friend's house because, they don't want everything smelling like smoke, in my clothes and then getting it on the furniture and whatnot. So I'm not going to be allowed to do that. So I'm going to have to switch to nicotine patches, but when you're smoking like a pack of cigarettes a day, I've done a decent job at cutting down. Like this pack has lasted me like like 2.5 days or something, which is like, for me, that's really good. Well, hopefully that will prevent you from smoking further then. Hopefully, yeah, no, I don't want to yeah, I don't want to keep smoking to the extent that I have been because I've been smoking so much ever since I got home. Play guitar? I'm not gonna play guitar on stream. I'm not confident in myself enough to do that yet. In the future, in the future I will definitely play guitar on stream, but I'm too embarrassed right now. I feel like I would fuck up a lot. At least in my eyes, smoking seems like the worst way to consume nicotine. Um, Aside from the way that tobacco tastes, it 100% is. Like, I love the way that tobacco tastes, but like, you could vape it, you could take it through like a sublingual form, you could take it through a patch, you could do all kinds of things, and you could still get the effects of it without it like being as cancerous as this. No, I don't know. Like, it is what it is. I need to stop smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. I've been cutting down on my caffeine consumption though. Like I was consuming upwards of 7, maybe 800 milligrams of caffeine a day. Secretly, I want to record it so I can sample it for a breakcore song because I'm out of ideas. Hey, maybe you and I can collaborate on something like that, okay? Just not right now. My caffeine addiction only grows. That's what tends to happen. You develop tolerance, and then you need more, and then you need more, and then you need more, and then you need more. It's not good. Don't don't be an addict. Don't be like me. Don't be like me, guys. Do as I say, not as I do. I don't like I wonder if Osaka has dabbled with music making before. I am slowly but surely attempting to. It seems like no one has ever found my like really old Bandcamp where I made like shitty internet core music. I had a Bandcamp like back in like 2016 where I released this like black metal thing. I released like a couple attempts at like internet hip hop. No one has found it, it seems like, but that exists out there. If you search for long and wide enough, you will eventually find it. Um, Osaka Syndrome Lost Media. Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad, man. It's so bad. But you can find it if you're diligent enough. It's not impossible to find. Osaka Syndrome iceberg video. That could be a real video. Like if there's someone out there who's autistic enough about my videos, you could 100% make something like that. It would not be hard. Well, it would be hard in the sense that you would have to watch like literally like thousands of hours of content, but Oh crap, I had no idea that's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, I don't know, man. All these people are trying to pink pill me. Everyone's trying to pink pill me from every direction, everywhere. You guys can't just let up, can you? I'm not transgender, but I'm not exactly allergic to the stuff. And by that I mean I'm a chaser. Yeah, sometimes I just put in the every Osaka Syndrome playlist and shuffle when I'm bored. Yeah, I would imagine that's an experience. There's like the content there ranges. It ranges so much from like really really bad to like kind of mid to like really good. It just depends on what video you land on. I don't have exactly a consistent career. Hello, Yui. I assume you're eating chicken McNuggets again. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. The Osaka Syndrome roulette. Maybe embarrassed face. Well, good for you. Um, I don't know. I think I've gone full frontal on my prefrontal cortex. This is a phrase that I've coined recently that I feel like I need to use this more. I've gone full frontal on my prefrontal cortex. And I need to stop that. I need to go through a prolonged period of neurogenesis uh, and sobriety, and then inspire the world with my story of how I stayed out of jail. I think I think staying out of jail is really hard for some people. I'm gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna do it. Listen, I beat kleptomania. I beat alcoholism. I can I can beat this shit. A jail stream would be fun. I'll get chicken nuggets from McDonald's later. I don't want to talk to my mom. I won't mind her buying me food. I see. Yeah. Yeah, I've been listening to, in light of Kanye being in the news all the time, I've been listening to Donda again. Donda is a really fucking good album. It's like it has some really low points and some really high points, but the high points are so good that I feel like listening to it in the context of the bigger narrative is very worth it. Like it's very worth it. It feels like some of my favorite prog rock albums. It feels like if the Division Bell by Pink Floyd was like a rap slash gospel trap thing. Like I really like Donda. Um, and because my man has been in the news recently, I've been showing that respect. I've been showing that respect by re-listening to it. It's really good. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would not assume that I'm super into hip hop because I'm wearing a Mayhem shirt right now, by the way. This is Dead, the old lead singer for Mayhem. Um I feel like most people wouldn't assume that I'm really into hip hop also because I wear so many metal shirts. Like all I wear is metal shirts for the most part. But um I like hip hop. So true. I cut down Hurricane to just the weekend sections and I listened to it for hours. Nice. Um, Death Grips branded clothes. I want to get some Death Grips drip. Uh, that I feel like that would be super based. I don't have money for clothes or really for anything most of the time. Because I'm like broke as fuck right now. I'm going to New York State with like no money. Um, and I'm trying to sort that out, but it's like I don't know. It's like it was just not too long ago, I was having to bum dope off of people all the time and like bum cigarettes off people all the time, sell so much of my shit. I don't want to live like that. I want to live like a responsible, productive member of society. Can Osaka syndrome do it? Let's see. I think I can. Parts of 24 and other songs are also neat, but I don't really like how Kanye sounds on any part of the album, so I always cut him out. He always sounds so mellow. No, him sounding mellow is why it's good. Like, it's literally melodic. Do people not have I this is the problem with today's world. I feel like Zoomers are so inattentive. They jump from thing to thing to thing so often due to the prevalence of TikTok and Twitter and other similar mind viruses parasitically eating away at our brain cells as we develop. I feel as though these things are why people cannot appreciate a long melodic album anymore. You know, back in my day, listen to Bulgarian folk music. I will. I love folk music. Um, back in my day, people used to be able to pay attention to stuff. The best way to describe the music I listen to is angry. Um, I I think that's quite a lot of the music I listen to as well. Osaka Zoomer speech speed run. You've heard me on my soapbox about this before. You motherfuckers know. Zoomers are literally the worst generation we have ever had. I think Zoomers are probably worse than the Boomers. Now, the baby Boomers, cool dead long sleeve, thank you. Um, Someone appreciates it. I hate them Zoomers, yes. Now, the baby Boomers are a really weird generation. I I really don't like angry music. I'm anti-punk. You do realize that there's a lot of angry music that isn't just punk rock. I love punk rock, but like there's a lot there's so much music that's angry that's not yeah, whatever. This kid's a fag. I thought you were Gen Z, though. I am literally Gen Z, yes. What I'm saying is hypocritical on some level, but I don't care. We need to be deterritorializing thought. We need to sever ourselves from our prisons of belief, okay? I'm about to be laying down the straight facts. I'm about to release all of you. I'm President Osaka is initiating a broad pardon from all of the spooked up prisons that you live in your minds. Government Plates is probably from the albums I've listened to the least angry. Uh I think I would probably agree with that if we're just talking about like Death Grip shit. Maybe the Year of the Snitch is a little bit less angry. I don't know. Um, anyway, now I Danny Brown. Listen to Atrocity Exhibition. If you want like some good angry music that's a little bit less punk. Also, Dialect. Their self-titled album is really good. I really like Dialect. Ne'er Dwellers on the Moon. Death Grips is online is my favorite Death Grip song. I wish they were all kind of cool like that one. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know what you think punk is. I feel like you probably have a really warped view on what that term even is, so I don't even know how much I can help you. You're responding to a lot of messages I'm not seeing. Put on the don't just have the top chat opened. Don't like if you have just the top chat opened, then yeah, set it to live chat. Anyway, okay. Gen Z is the worst generation. Even the boomers are better because the boomers, they were the beat generation at one point, right? Like, and that was comprised a little bit of like the silent gen as well, but like a lot of boomer people, they grew up with like beat generation shit and like the hippie shit, and they were out there living free, going crazy. They ended up participating in the conservative backlash and basically becoming cops later in their life, but a lot of them didn't. A lot of boomers are still based, but Gen Z people, Gen Z people, not based. I've yet to meet a single, including myself and all my friends, based Gen Z person. The only thing about us that's based is our ability to synthesize everything from previous generations into new stuff, which is also kind of what every generation does. But they did it first, okay? Name one new thing that a Gen Z person has done. You can't. Um, like maybe someone somewhere covered a 100 gex song. You think you're special? You're not. Okay? 100 gex. Uh okay, hyperpop is just early 2000s pop, but then like remixed to be more extreme. No need to call me out like that, bro. Hey Osaka, hello DZD. Yeah, hyperpop sucks. Yeah, hyperpop sucks, but also hyperpop is literally just like early 2000s pop, but like done in like a more extreme way, and it's meant to like it's weird because it's this kind of post-ironic like David Foster Wallace kind of like new sincerity thing where it's like simultaneously ironic but like and genuine at the same time. Negative XP is trash. And Osaka fell for the myth of originality. I don't know how old T Pazalite is, but I think he's young. At least he looks like he's in his 20s, but at the same time he's Asian, so he could be 70. I have no idea who that is. Um, uh, what the fuck was I talking about? I was on some bullshit for a moment though. Um, I was on some bullshit for a moment there. I don't know what I was saying. I think Zoomers made the first good Lirotica maybe ever. You think Zoomers made the first literature erotica? Bro, I do not know what you're smoking today, but you're coming out with some bad takes, okay? Please shave your neck. Please stop going on Reddit. You're like if the front page of Reddit were a person, okay? You're gonna start telling me about why the portion sizes are getting smaller and about how you can explain inflation with a Big Mac. I don't want to hear it from you, okay? Anyway, yeah, go back to I-96, all right? Go back to live streaming OSRS. Go back to getting SRS. Anyway, um, Zoomers. I'm about to go DEFCON 3 on Zoomers, okay? Reddit is boring. I'm just gonna leave that there. Um, I'm about to go DEFCON 3 on all Zooish people. I'm not even going to justify their existence by saying that they zoom, that they're like faster than normal. They're actually slower because they have a low IQ. They're so slow. They're so slow that we might as well call Zoomers zoo animals. Therefore, therefore, I'm calling them zooish people. I think we need a final solution to the zooish question. And in that sense, I'm going DEFCON 3 on them, okay? Yeah, we're going to have the Zoomer cost here. Now, the funny thing is, I can't even be anti-Zooish because Osaka people are actually Zooish also. But, you know, y'all been playing with me, and I'm not about to let that happen. So, what do we do about these guys? I feel like we need a Chinese style, like a Chinese style top down authoritarian approach to Zoomers' use of electronic devices. Not even that. I don't think they go far enough. Literally do some like nanny state, we're gonna raise your kid for you type shit. Just knock out iPads, cell phones. New kids can't have them. They can't have iPads or cell phones until they're like 16 or like 17 years old, okay? Heavily heavily regulate. Oh, that's fucking disgusting. Okay, where's a tissue? Um, heavily regulate uh the use of um social media. All right, instigate time limits. Violent video games, they gotta go. Okay, violent video games have gotta go. What was the first generation? I don't actually know. Um, You should react to a Destiny stream live, then you'll do no thank you numbers. Wait, has he done that? Is he doing Destiny live react videos now? That I can't believe my friend has fallen that far down. Oh my god. I've never done that. Yeah, I was about to say, holy shit. That's like a new low. God damn. I thought going on I-96 was bad or whatever the fuck that subreddit is called. This guy literally just goes on r/196 and LGBT all day when he's not playing RuneScape. But I don't know. I think we need a final solution to the zooish question. Because Zoomers are literally zoo people. That's basically my conclusion. You know, when I become based New York Minute Osaka, when I become New York Minute Osaka, I'm not allowed to make these jokes about Jew York more broadly, but also about a certain group of people, you know, certain, I'll just be safe here, certain businessmen. I'm not going to be allowed to do that anymore. I'm going to have to fit within the politically correct zeitgeist that has um, hegemonically dominated that state for a millennia. It's not going to be good. I'm going to have to really clean up my act and and follow whatever it is that they're on about up there. Gonna have to change my vocabulary. Believe all women. New York 1984. Yeah, it's literally 1984. They want to control what you're allowed to say and think and say and think. It's I'm 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 gonna have to congeal myself, contort myself to that culture. It's crazy. It's crazy things are happening right now. Crazy things are happening. Yeah, in a New York minute. That's crazy. How is everyone doing today? What's going on? What's going on in the chat? In the world of the chat? What's going on today? Just enjoying my day off. Well, good for you. Um, I'm glad you're having a nice day off. I'm sick. I hope you get well soon. Maybe I'll play a game or something. Yeah, maybe me and my friend Platinum Chow should get on Team Fortress 2. I hear he's a really fair player. I hear he's a really fair player. Playing Wii U 3D Mario, that's a good one. That's a good game. Mario 3D World. I played it on the 3DS. I didn't play um, the Wii U version. I have a Wii U. I could, but I played the 3DS game and I was really astounded by that. I was really astounded by that game. No, you didn't? I don't know what you're referring to. I'd love to be an Osaka Patreon, but I'm an effective altruist. You'll have to be at risk for malaria before I can consider it. Well, good to know. You played 3D Land on the 3DS. Oh, I thought they were the same game. Okay, well then I played 3D Land. Oh yeah, I have it on my 3DS. I played this game years ago, so there's no way I'm going to be able to remember the subtitle entirely accurately. Um, this was like 7 years ago? 7, 8 years ago? My legally acquired 3DS games, nice. Um, yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll start getting into r/196 to better relate to my Britbonger friend over there. The Land series indicates a handheld Mario game. That's true. Super Mario Land I played on the Game Boy Color a lot. All three of those games I really liked those. It's been like 10 years since I played those games, but those games were fun. Um, I forgot that they kept that as like a consistent thing. The Land shit. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I want to play 3D World at some point. I don't really have the same amount of time for video games that I used to have. You know what's good? Super Luigi U. I've heard that. I really like Super Mario Bros. Wii. Uh, I played the fuck out of that game. Um, and I want to play Super Luigi U. Um, did that ever get ported to Nintendo Switch, or is that one of the games that has kind of like laid by the wayside on Nintendo Switch? I don't even know. Um, I don't even know. Bing Bing Woohoo continues to be peak Vidya. Uh-huh. Who knows? Osaka Syndrome Mario playthrough. You guys do not want to see that. I'll tell you what. I kick some ass at the original NES game. The original NES game I am pretty damn good at, but that's only because I've played it for hundreds of hours. Um, Mario games, even though they're made for like little children, they take me a while to get good at. Yeah, it's on the Switch. If you buy NSMBU Deluxe, it comes with it. I see. That's pretty cool. I'll have to to pay mine to that. I've never beaten it. I was thinking of playing it actually. You got a Steam Deck? I do not have a Steam Deck. Those things are way too expensive. I would never be able to afford something like that. But I don't know. I want a Steam Deck bad. I, isn't it just a computer except portable? Why not just have a laptop? Or why not just bring your PC case with you when you go somewhere? That's what I do. I don't know. The angle is kinda OnlyFansy. If OnlyFans people just do live streams, like the angle is just a live stream. It's great for emulation. Ignoring the probability, it's a really good deal just for a powerful pre-built. Yeah, but then you don't get to build your own computer. You don't get to have the fun of building shit. Everyone wants to build shit. Building shit is fun. See, this is what I'm saying about the zoo-ish generation, okay? You guys, you guys have lost touch with what it's like to be satisfied building things for yourself. You want the dishes done for you. You want your home made for you. You want your bed made for you. You want everything handed to you on a silver platter because this country and this generation has fallen to entitlement. The problem of entitlement has plagued this great country and its children for too long now. We need to do something about it. You want your computers pre built? Back in my day, we built our own. You want your beds pre made? Back in my day, we made our own. And you want your dishes done? Back in my day, we did our own. Like Grandpa from Hey Arnold said, no work ethic. Yo, dead ass, dead ass. Unironically, yo, this man's spitting facts right here, okay? Literally no work ethic, okay? You needs need to go out there. You needs need to go out there and break a leg for once. Break something. If you break bones once in your life, the pain that you feel from going to the hospital and having to recover will change your life. You know, they said break a leg back in the day. That wasn't always a metaphor, my friends. It was literal, sometimes, because without pain, you have no gain. I just want you to think about that. I'm thinking, what else should I do with my server PC? Have uh, have a Minecraft server and only have it as a NAS. Now, not only do you have Luke Smith's mannerisms, you also have his talking points. And I mean, it is what it is. I'm afraid not. What is E/accelerationism? I have no idea what that is. Um, yeah, I mean, I was just stumping for the idea of sobriety earlier. Uh, give it some time. Give it some time, and I'll start talking about the tyranny of modern medicine. I'll start taking his talking points and your talking points simultaneously, those that you have that are compatible with his. I'm gonna start talking about building computer servers in a woods. I'm only a NEET because of health issues. I'd be waging if not. I feel like that's the case for a lot of people here. I think a lot of my audience nowadays are like people who are NEETs by necessity. Back in the day, I feel like there were a lot more voluntary folks, but I feel like either their parents, rest their souls, you know, died off, or they stopped being able to support themselves in that manner. So nowadays, a lot of the people who watch my videos are either wages or they're people who also welcome back, Sapphire Tito. They're either wages or they're people who like are needs because of some health reason. I don't see too many people who are like unemployed watching this channel who like wanna be and are there because they have like generous parents or something. I don't see that too much. Voluntary neathood just became less of a distinct culture after 2020. That's true. The great resignation and the great replacement and all that stuff is happening now. The person who originally got me interested into all that server stuff isn't neat, but he doesn't act like one. It's effective accelerationism, AC based on EA. It's mildly amusing. Um, yeah, I don't know too much about the various forms of accelerationism. It always just seemed like postmodern word salad to me. Um, I like Nick Land though. Nick Land is cool. Um, just thought I'd drop by for a second. I'll talk to you later, Osaka. Bye bye, DZD. I hope you have a good rest of your day off. I've never come across this before. I'll check it out. If you Google some combination of EACT, Beth, Jesus, you can find a Substack. If Great Depression 2.0 hits, we'll all be neats anyway. Um, it's possible. You know, maybe this whole idea about some sort of neat compound communal living thing arrangement isn't going in such a bad direction. You know, everyone works like 10 hours a week, and then they pull a bunch of DIY shit together, and then like in the forest somewhere, and then everybody can live. It's crazy. We're just early adopters. I'm covered. I have 300 kilograms of rice in my room. Jesus, and enough other foods to last 2 years. Well, you're using your money smart, I guess. I can't eat just rice all the time because I end up having magnesium toxicity. Has that ever happened to you guys before? Have you guys ever gotten magnesium toxicity? That shit's crazy. Um, for that reason, I can't eat just rice all the time. It's like when Jesus said, "Man cannot live on bread alone." I feel like the same is true for rice. Man cannot live on rice alone. Base prepper, I haven't bothered yet. I need to learn how to cook and stuff. Well, it's never too late to learn. I'd recommend starting now because I only just started learning this year. And that's because Karesu sort of, he didn't force me, but he was like, hey, you should kind of do this. I've never heard of magnesium toxicity. Yeah, most people haven't. Um, Now, granted, I have I've heard of arsenic toxicity from rice. I have never heard of that before. That's nuts. Now, I have to take magnesium supplements because I'm naturally deficient. Slow cookers are great for people learning to cook easy meals that can be used for a lot of leftovers, says NPC. Welcome. Well, I seems like cooking would be more healthy and cheaper than buying fast food and pre-made stuff. No, it 100% is. This is the secret that certain types of businessmen in this country, certain business people don't want you to know. They don't want you to know this, guys. They don't want you to know this is that you can save a lot of money on cooking and doing things yourself. For too long, the tyranny of modern advertising has made us believe that it's actually quicker to get food in pre-made boxes and fast food. It's neither quicker nor cheaper. It's literally more efficient just to make your own shit. I hate cooking. I just pay for my poor friend's food and he cooks for both of us, but he will never be my BF crying face. Well, who knows? I wish you luck in that endeavor. I I mean, why go and get my laptop repaired when I can just fix it myself with the parts I already have? Hey, exactly. See, you're getting it now. See, not all Zoomers are bad. I'm teaching the younger ones some lessons here. I'm This is so bad, man. Um I No, good on you for doing that. Okay, guys. This is serious right here. This character is a pedophile. Now, she may not look it. She may not look it, but this character is a danger to society, okay? This character is a pedophile. Now, what do I mean by this? No, not Kuromi. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I am sitting with me the current leader of the MAP movement in the United States and Germany. Now, I don't know how many of you remember this, but this character had a debate on my channel. They had a debate about the subject of pedophilia with a stuffed dog in the video Interview with My Wall. I think that was the video. She had a debate with a stuffed dog in Germany. In Germany, she had this debate. And she may be coming back. You have not seen the last of this character. I'll just tell you that much. You have not seen the last of this disgusting pedophile. So, that's foreshadowing. Um, I was gonna make a foreskin joke, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm AI generating album cover and track names. It's so good. That's crazy. Nice. Karomi or any Hello Kitty character I automatically associate with pedophiles or self-harmers on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where the joke comes from. If I'm breaking character for a moment here, that's kind of where the joke comes from. Uh, but also, I feel like it's just kind of like inherently funny to use a character as seemingly benign as that one as like a vessel by which such uh, strange ideas can be communicated and also debated and debunked. It's a cool philosophical exercise. So you may or may not see a tea party. You may or may not see a tea party rather soon. That's how I'll put it. Show by Rock is better than the um, Sanrio franchise, not Hello Kitty Shake My Head. Um, Even Gotama, my depressed egg is a depraved egg, feels bad, man. Um, I should AI generate Osaka Syndrome videos. You have had your monopoly for too long. I agree. My videos can be used by anyone. Feel free to re-upload them, make a clip compilation, do whatever the fuck you want to do with them. I don't give a shit. Uh, if there's some kind of AI bot that can produce a video of mine, I would be honored. I associate Kuromi and My Melody with BPDE girls. My Melody is the best Sanrio franchise. It is not Show by Rock. That's what I was gonna say earlier. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people do. I should check out some of the other Sanrio franchises sometime. Yeah, I mean my melody is really good. Like a lot of people know of the characters, but they don't know about the show. Watch the show. The show's genuinely really good. Um, the secret that they won't tell you, because I'm autistic, is that I have borderline personality disorder. I just don't ever talk about it because I don't want it to define me. I feel like if I talked about it, I would like identify with it too much. And identifying with a label that you're given or like a diagnosis that you're given, um, it I feel like it only leads to enabling a lot of those traits. And so I don't like talking about it or like labeling myself as such. But I mean technically that's a label I have. I feel like it explains a lot of things about my channel once people hear that I have BPD. Um, but I don't know. Osaka, license your videos under GNU General Public License. If there's a way for me to do that, I definitely will. My favorites are Karopi, Pum Pum Pudding, Cinnamon Roll, and Guiditama. Show by Rock is my meth. If I recall correctly, you have said something about it. I'm assuming BPD on Twitter. Um, BPD does have undue stigma, TBH. Yeah, the moment that you say it, it's like people assume that you're just going to ruin their life and the lives of everyone around you forever. So I don't like talking about it. And also, um, I'm generally kind of skeptical of like mental health labels and diagnoses. Like when I was given that diagnosis, I was almost kind of relieved because it felt like everything in my life made so much more sense, and I felt like I could properly attack a lot of those symptoms and those problems and like understand the underlying cause to better myself, like to become a better person. But that's the only extent to which I'm going to be using it or looking at it like that. Like I feel a lot of shame for being someone who can be called this. Like I've gone through periods of denying it. I've deliberately like tried to sound normal to doctors in the future, like other doctors after having had the label, just so they can validate the idea that I don't have it. And it's like Well, the only reason they said that is because I'm leaving out all this other shit that clearly proves that I have it, you know? Um, I'm kind of terrified of like being like having this label attached to me, but I I end up accepting it to the point that it can facilitate to the point that it can facilitate improvement to the point that it's conducive to improvement. But like I'm not gonna run around and act like it's like it defines me or like it's or it's like a I was about to say a personality trait. It's a personality disorder. That's even worse. Uh, but that's how I try to approach just about any mental health like label that I have. Like I also have major depressive disorder. I also have PTSD. I also have anxiety, but I'm not going to like run around and act like these labels define me. I have autism. I'm not going to act like that defines me. So I don't know. Um, I get nervous talking about it. I get nervous talking about borderline because I like it feels like people are going to think that I'm nuts or something. I feel like I've only become more autistic after being diagnosed with autism. Yeah, my mental health diagnoses are autism, bipolar 1, OCD, PTSD, panic disorder, and generalized anxiety. That's a lot. Feels weird, like I'm being made into a nutritional label. Yeah, like when you have a lot of diagnosis that like end up being attributed to you, it like it lit. I really like that phrasing nutritional label. Like it, yeah, you read all of it out, and it's like it's like you're put into like the special kid corner or something, but not in like a good way. Like the kids that are like not, I don't know. You're smarter than me. You put it better than I could. But yeah, I don't know. Stigma's scary. Like like one of the most terrifying things is like how much memes on the internet have propagated stigma against people with borderline, where like I end up being so terrified that just about like anyone, like if I were to meet anyone and they were to find out that I have this, and let's say they were interested in me romantically or I was interested in them romantically, like how is that one label going to affect the trajectory of a relationship I could have with them, regardless of what like regardless of what I'm doing, like who I am morally as a person and what I'm like that one label could be the deciding factor in someone going, I want to give this person a shot versus I don't want to give this person a shot. Like that's fucked, you know? Like that's completely fucked. Oh, this person has too much baggage for me. CPS keeps trying to get my live 504 or social assistance in school, but I really don't think I need it. I just need to stop being sad. I think you should take any help you can get. You know, those resources exist there to help you. Um, you can't just stop being sad. You need help, like in that process. I don't think it quite works like that. GNU/livestream GNU/Osaka. Is that all I have to do? I just have to label my videos like that? Or, maybe I'll put it in the description of every video that all my videos are under the GNU license. I didn't know it was that simple. Um, I don't know. I don't know. BPD is scary to a lot of people. It's scary to me. Like I don't know why I'm talking about it like it's just an other people thing. I've I've tried so hard to deny just this one fact, you know? Well, I mean, whenever I feel less awful, I usually do better at school. I mean, the way depression works isn't exactly like you feel like shit all the time. I mean, some people are like that, but a lot of depressed people go through periods. The people at the mental hospital said you don't have BPD. I literally just said that I deliberately tried to make it sound like I didn't have it. Like I was consciously thinking about the way that I described myself, and I was strategically omitting all of the stuff that sounded like I had it in order to sound like I don't have it. That was something I did on purpose. I literally just said that. Uh, oh, sorry, I was AFK while you said that. Yeah, that's fine. Stigma really sucks. It's why I can't talk about my favorite topic, drugs, all the time like I want to. Well, my friend, um, you may not be able to do that with normies, but on the Osaka Syndrome YouTube channel, you are more than free to do so. Uh, I don't talk about that with normies either. Um, and I'm gonna have to shut up about the topic for a little bit while I'm looking for a job. But oh boy, after I have a job, I'm really excited to make some drug-focused YouTube videos. Um, I get super paranoid whenever I'm looking for a job about like people looking up my social media and internet history. So I don't want to have a bunch of recent videos just about drugs, and then it's like, okay, an employer looks that up and they're gonna give me the hairy eyeball. Osaka the drug wizard. Yes. But you know, after I have employment secured and whatnot, I'm really excited to start making some of these drug related videos because I have a lot of stories I could tell and a lot of things related to the subject that I think would be interesting to talk about. Um, but I've never seen you in the chat before. It's cool. I wish weed didn't give me panic attacks. I miss smoking. Oh, that really sucks. Yeah, like it it just increases anxiety for some people. Um, I I can't really have marijuana by itself anymore. I haven't been able to for a while. For a while now, I've needed to have um, like a benzo or like an opiate or alcohol or something, just to be able to have weed because it just makes me too anxious otherwise. Like I just freak out. Um, and maybe that has something to do with like the psychosis. Like maybe it would make me psychotic if I wasn't careful, but I pretty much, yeah, I need like some kind of like downer. Yeah, I have to crossfade it too. Yeah. Like I didn't used to be like that. Like there was a time when I could blaze it pretty regularly and I was fine. I didn't, you know, have any kind of anxious response. I didn't start freaking out or getting paranoid, but you know, now that's how I work. But you know, the weird thing is, I'll have that with marijuana, but not with like amphetamines, not with like cocaine. Like you would think with these things, I would also freak out after having taken and I would get really paranoid. That's not what happens. It's like the opposite is what happens. I get, you know, very confident and it's like my anxiety has dissipated. So I don't know. Do you know that the term crossfaded comes from music, specifically Jing? I did not know that. Haven't seen me in chat much, but I'm a long time lurker for 3 to 4 years now, and have seen probably hundreds of hours of your videos. Wow, that's that's pretty incredible. I wouldn't listen to myself for that long. Um, nice. It always makes me happy when like long-term lurkers start posting in the chat. It's really cool. Delete channel. Um, I don't think I'm going to. I sorry to rain on your parade, buddy, but I don't think that's happening. Who knows? Maybe one day. Yeah, I've been trying my hand at music lately, and I crossfade stuff sometimes. I see. You know, if these folks who like to come on my videos and tell me to delete my account are so invested in the deletion of my account, you would think at some point they would just decide to stop watching. You can just delete it in your mind, buddy. Delete it in your mind. Pay attention to something else. I'm sure you have better things to do during the day. Take care of your mental health for a little bit. You know, engage in some self-care. Focus on something that makes you happy. Don't just fester in misery all day. I have nothing better to do. Well, there you go. Well, I'm going to give you something better to do right now. Um, bye bye. Now, I don't usually ban people, but that guy has done nothing but constantly go, uh, delete your account, get off of the internet. Like, that's all this guy does. So, I think I'm doing him a favor by banning him. I don't normally do that, but like, uh, it I think it's for his own good. That dude's like 5 years old. Um, and he was sending me some like major schizo shit, like like some like psychotic shit like over my anime list for the last couple weeks. Like that dude needs some help, so I don't want to deal with him right now. Yeah, the oofs in the chat. Um, that kid will never that kid will never tell his real age as well. Like he was saying he was like 28 years old, then he said he was 18, then he said he was 24, then he said he was 22. Like he just goes back and forth like this. Like you were very patient with him too. Well, it's hard not to be. Like I feel bad for the guy. Like it I just I just want him to go and do something fulfilling. But I think some people need pushed. I this who's the drug guy again? H. Iley 2071. Um, how big of a drug guy are you? Like, do you have like a top five? Can I interview you? Can I investigate you real quick? What is it? Do you like weird shit about drugs? Like my particular area of fascination is like research chemicals. I'm really fascinated with research chemicals. I have to think. My new album is so good, man. Is it about to come out? Is it coming out soon? I really like making drug cocktails with RCs. Yo, based? Um, do you have like a particular like favorite combination? Um, I like combining dissociatives together. 5-APB and DCK plus D8 THC has been my favorite so far. Yo, based? Um, I haven't tried 5-MAPB, but I think it was about 3 years ago. Yeah, about 3 years ago. Um, I had tried 6-APB, which it's an analog of MDA, otherwise known as SAS or sassafras, which is like MDMA's like cousin compound, and that was like the first psychedelic as well as the first research chemical I had ever done. I kind of jumped straight into weird shit. I at that point like I hadn't done acid, I hadn't done A lot of like the more well-known drugs, I just went straight to 6 APB. And I remember like rolling for like 14 hours when I did that the first time. Like I was like astounded by that drug. I didn't know a drug, or really anything for that matter, could make someone feel like that. I thought that was like the craziest thing ever. And I was, 17 years old. But and then I tried 5 APB after that, and I tried 3-MeO PCP and a bunch of these like really potent like benzodiazepine analogs, and um 2-FMA. Yeah. I would not combine a cannabinoid with those things now though. I feel like that would just make me psychotic. How am I so good at music? I don't know, lots of practice. Can't wait until I feel that with my music. It'll happen. And then nitrous on top of all that, Jesus. Osaka has never done nitrous. No, I have never done nitrous. That's true. Um, I feel pretty elated when I finish a piece of writing sometimes. That's the only thing I have a natural aptitude for. I relate to that a lot. Writing for me is like a religious experience. I feel so good when I write. Also, really want to try 6 APB. It's so good, man. Like, I wish I could get a hold of it again. It's like impossible to get in America now, but if I'm ever in Europe, I really want to do that. Um, there's this you want to premiere the Akazi album on this stream? I would if my phone weren't in use. And it would like have to play through the mic and stuff. I don't know how that would work. It would sound all jumbled. Um, but what the fuck was I saying? I was saying some shit. Uh, this is the brain damage getting to me by now. Um, yeah, that's why it's funny. I'll think about it, man. I only have a natural aptitude for women. Wish I was good at something useful like writing. Yeah, you're so good at women, you became one. That's crazy. Uh, but what the fuck was that? Oh yeah, 6 APB is impossible to source now. But I ended up trying ecstasy later, and I actually like it more than MDMA. MDMA is less forceful, I think. Or MDMA is more forceful, I think. And the come down, the I don't really get a particularly hard crash, but the crash is harder. 6 APB is more like it's fading out. Thank you for streaming. I must leave now. Have a good time. I'm not even good at being a woman according to my family anyway. You're just autistic. Every autistic woman is gonna get told that. Um, I'm a really big fan of like the novel dissociatives, arocyclohexamines. I like that MXE analog DMXE and FXE. FXE makes me nauseous, but it's cool. I like those a lot. You combine those with ketamine, that's nice. That's cool. I don't. Drugs are cool. I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound like I'm encouraging illegal activity on this stream though, so I'm gonna pipe down. All those dissos are on my wish list. By far the best disso I've ever had is 3-MeO PCP, and I've done other PCP analogs as well, like 3HO and 3-MeO. It's like I could play Counter Strike. I could play Counter Strike Go on that, and it was like it literally felt like I was in the Source engine, but I had like such manic energy while I was playing that it was like unparalleled. I Some of the best times on any drug I've ever had have just been with that single drug, like again and again. Um, it's really, really, really great stuff. Um, DMXE is cool for thinking about philosophy. Like when I would do DMXE, I would end up crawling around my floor and just talking about Thomas Aquinas. I called my friends so many times on that drug just to talk about Thomas Aquinas. It's very good for getting the philosophical and creative juices flowing. I'll say that much. I I think I keep getting people subscribing to my channel because of me talking here. It's very possible. Yeah, I'm actually X F to M slash non-binary. I tried to transition in my teens, but then I realized it wasn't for me. I don't hate being female, just how people treat me for it. I relate to that a lot. I did a video just today where I talked about like detransition stuff again. I relate to that a lot. Uh, I I don't like how I'm treated as a result of being male with respect to, many of the characteristics I have that people feel are incongruent with that gender. And so it led me to believe, well, okay, then, maybe being this other thing is actually the solution. It turned out I really didn't like that. So it would be cool if um, you made a video kind of talking about that experience. I don't know, maybe the potential collab we were talking about doing could focus on that because um, I feel like it's an important thing to talk about. I wish I was in the Source engine. Thomas Aquinas. Yeah, those were some wacky times, I'll tell you what. Those were some wacky times. I want to make a D-trans video, but I'm scared of backlash, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's something that like you just kind of have to go for. I was surprised that there wasn't more backlash on mine. I thought there was going to be like a fuck ton of backlash, but then there wasn't. So I think it depends on how you approach it. Like I'm not transphobic, but the content does have negative reactions. Yeah, like I think emphasizing that you're not transphobic is an important part of it because I don't think I'm transphobic either. I mean, I think I'm pretty overtly pro-trans. I mean, I'm also uh I'm not gonna go there. But I'm pretty overtly pro-trans and I think by emphasizing that alongside um my regular points of view, it ended up getting across. I want to make videos talking about stuff, but I rarely get the time to actually talk out loud without any problem. It was incredibly lucky I was even able to call you in the first place. Yeah, I know what that's like. You know, when I lived in the living room in the past, when I lived in my room but I didn't have a door, like it was pretty terrifying to call people or to make videos and stuff. So I definitely understand. I've been there, done that. I'm glad we were able to call though that one time. It was, you're a pretty cool guy. You're smart for not combining cannabinoids with psychedelics. My worst experience was 5-MAPB plus 4-HO-MIPT plus delta 8. Everything was great until the delta 8, then the unspeakable evils and horrors began to unfold. Yeah, that seems to be a pretty common experience I hear about. Um, and because of having read so many reports like about cannabinoids potentiating the fuck out of psychedelics, I've just kind of stayed away from that. I think um, cannabinoids with dissociatives are generally pretty good, but you really have to um, think about how much you're consuming. You don't want to consume like an oral form of cannabis, I think. But other, like psychedelics that operate on 5-HT, like, the classical ones, LSD, psilocybin, and all that kind of derive from that, you really don't want to do that. Well, it would, I kind of want to befriend you, mysterious orange username man, because I would love to hear more about this stuff in depth. You sound like a cool guy. Uh, hello, guys, says Voodoo. Hello, welcome. Well, I can go into the other room and stuff during the day, but this house is so small, it's smaller than two-room apartments. People would never be able to hear it clearly. Worst high of all time was DXM plus DPH. Legit psychosis. Yeah, DPH is known for inducing psychosis. Not a drug you want to do. Agree, dissos are alright with cannabinoids. I think they make everything a lot more immersive. That's why I like them together. If your toilet could talk, would you rather that it hates getting used or likes it? Um, that's a tough question. I'd rather my toilet likes it, I'd feel less bad. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with what Sapphire said. I am not getting in trouble today. You know, if someone has a sexual preference for trans women, does that make them some kind of transsexual? I'm I'm not implying anything. I'm just asking questions. Guys, I'm just asking questions. Does that Let's say I know a guy. I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Let's say I know a guy who has a disproportionate preference for trans women. Does that make them some kind of transsexual? I'm just asking questions. They would call your friend. They would call your friend a chaser, lol. Um, I'm flattered. Would be awesome to be your friend to talk about drugs with. Um, how do I fucking give my Discord out? Yo, Lawless Cherry, if you're still in the chat, can you post my Discord into the chat? I would I would really appreciate it if you did that. If Lawless Cherry, if someone who's in the chat who has my Discord, post it in the chat, please. It's like Isaac something. Yes, chasers are transsexuals, or at least that's what transbians tell me. Thank you, Cherry, thank you. Um, oh, yo, Neat Pride. Neat Pride is in the chat. Yo, what's up, man? I didn't even know you watched my videos. Hell yeah. Um, uh, that's how often I have diarrhea, probably not. Watching movies on DXM is an unmatched immersive experience. Have you tried ketamine? I feel like movies on ketamine is I mean, I don't like DXM almost at all. DXM mostly just makes me like nauseous and sick and in a bad mood, but movies on ketamine is fucking insane. Ketamine is so good. It it makes them scoliosexual. Why would you not want your toilet to be happy? Can I add you? Um, yeah, literally anyone can add me. If if you want to add me on Discord, go ahead and add me on Discord. Tried adding Isaac 1817 doesn't work. Huh. I don't know why. Not much, bro. Yeah, you're smart. Thank you. DXM ketamine, but it's not for everyone. Um, yeah, some people have that preference. It's a strange thing. Never mind, I'm dumb. I added a space. Okay. Yo, insane idiot. Welcome to the chat. Um, Osaka Syndrome is officially swag because he's in the coolest Discord server. It happens. It happens. Um, yeah. So many people. I don't usually have this many viewers. Um, yeah, I'm like a Jew Yorker, guys. I'm from Jew York. This is crazy. I'm like from that movie that, yeah, I can't add. Well, it worked when Sapphire did it, but it's not working when you're dumb. I mean, I would just copy paste. I don't know. I was fantasizing about using dissociatives in virtual reality would require lots of um, Antiemetics, I'm sure, but imagine the immersion. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I've read some Reddit posts, detailing reports about this, and if for me, just looking at my monitor on a Disso feels super immersive, like I'm in it, like I'm in the thing. Um, I can only imagine, like I can only imagine how that would be in VR. I want to play VR chat like that. I don't even like VR chat, but I want to play VR chat like that because I feel like that would produce like a completely and utterly fascinating experience. Bro, I did that back when MXE was around. Ask me anything. It's amazing. It actually reduced the nausea from the VR. Yo, we've got an MXE original here. Oh my God. I wish that I was around. I wish that I was around when MXE was around. Like that that's some luck right there. Um I that was before my time. Neat Pride, have you tried DMXE? Desoxy methoxetamine. It's really, really good. I don't know how it compares to the original, but I I really, really like that drug. But yeah, like I don't even know what to ask because MXE has like such a it has such a mystique for me. Got any ClearNet links you're comfortable sharing? Never try. I don't do any glow shit like that on here. I apologize, my friend. Um I'll maybe for DMXE, yeah. Maybe I'll talk to you a bit on uh Discord or something, but yeah, like I don't tell me more about DMXE. Um it's kind of difficult to describe like just how weird it it makes me think like conceptually like when I was doing 3MEO PCP, I would often say that it felt like I was feeling and thinking like an astronaut, where the the changes in felt gravity are like the most obvious example of that. But like it would literally feel like I was in David Bowie's Space Odyssey. And I thought that was about as far as it could go with like thinking and feeling weird, right? I do DMXE, and I'm like rambling to myself about Thomas Aquinas to my friends. I start like being convinced of half of this I can't remember by the way because it like greatly suppresses memory. Um, but I start like being convinced of all of these ways through which things connect to this one guy. Um, How does the mania compare to 3MEO PCP? I've done that. Um, so 3MEO PCP is much more stimulating for me, as in it's like physically and cognitively stimulating. But I would say DMXE is far more delusional. Like it makes me far more delusional in terms of how I think. Like if I would do a high enough dose, like I would end up doing that Aquinas shit and then not being able to remember half of it. But I would also like end up being convinced that all of these like really mundane aspects of my life and memories that I've had that are now like vividly coming into focus, that I'm like vividly experiencing again, were connected to each other. Like I was seeing connections and like all these different things. Um, and it's kind of something you have to do for yourself to know what I'm talking about. It's really hard to put into words. That's why I'm kind of struggling at the moment. Um, it's good shit. Yeah, dissos are weird. Like the only I think that's why I'm so fascinated by them is because there's no other class of drugs that I think can so easily be described with one word, that being weird. Like depending on which one you do, the the cognitive and peripheral effects can vary so much. MXC definitely has that we're all connected vibe, if that's what you mean. Yeah, 100%. Like, I guess that would mean that they're similar then. Like, I end up seeing these like huge like like trees of connections, and it feels like everything makes sense. You got to check out this article on my second blog I wrote for classifying drug effects. It's mainly trying to put dissociative effects into words. Oh yeah, 100%. If you could link that to me on Discord, I would appreciate that because um, I like I'm also a writer and I like completely flounder when it comes to trying to put this shit into words. Like it's really hard for me. Um, I need to become a mystic in a woods. I need to become like Forrest Anon. Um, the glowies are gonna get me one day. It's only a matter of time. I think I'm just about beat for this stream though. Um, I think we're gonna get into the roll call at the end where everyone can say their piece, and then I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna skedaddle. Um, but this was really fun. I didn't expect to have this much activity. Bye bye. I didn't expect to have this much activity, um, nor excitement. You guys have been great. I had a great time. See you later. Bye bye. Wait like 3 minutes. Interesting stream. Bye bye bye. Also, the H guy, the guy with an H in their name, add me on Discord. Don't forget. So you can shout my album out once it uploads. It's the new Akazi album. I mean, everyone everyone who knows me already knows you. No, thank you. Is it that big of a deal to you? This was a nice stream. So glad to see you. Good luck in your travels. Thank you very much. Damn, I'm late. It happens to the best of us. I need shilling. I'll tell you what, I'll chill next time. My voice is going hoarse. I've been smoking way too much. Okay. Goodbye. That's it for me. Uh Zip.